Nah, don't call it that. You just dropped the project.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's a.
I've been running low. I've been running low. I feel trapped, I feel that I fell back. I look around, I think that I'm going back. Running hard as I can, but ain't no catching up. All these cards in my hand, but they ain't good enough.
Gotcha.
Okay. Alright. Have you ever listened to my podcast?
I have.
Okay. Alright.
I listened to the one with Evans.
Okay. You ready? Yeah, we're gonna take about 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Welcome to Strictly for Winners. I'm your host, a boy named Courtney, and today I got a special guest. You already see what it's like. You already see the man standing next to me. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Giotto Tr. That's who's in the building this time. Here to talk to my boy. Play for keeps. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So my boy Giotto just dropped the project. What's today?
Today's the 24th.
And you dropped the project
yesterday, the 23rd.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about that and kind of like how that journey came to be about with that project. And Before the Radical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this tape's called Before the Radical because it's kind of summing up like a phase of life that I had before everything got pretty radical. And then I have another album coming out next year called Life So Radical. So this is like Before the Radical tape before that. So it was like a little preview of what that was going to be like. But that's just a next year thing when it came to that. And what came to the process of making this tape was just like the writing process, the experiences I was going through, the moments that I had, the realizations that I was having. You know, some songs couldn't be finished until like certain events happened that went into those songs. So some songs took 3 weeks to write, some songs took 3 hours to write, and then the mixing process was different. That took me over like 2 weeks to do. So
yeah, so like how would you say your recording process usually is? Like is your recording process something that's I'm not gonna say that you would suggest for somebody else. Like if you were teaching somebody how to rap, would you tell them to record like how you do? Like do you record at a fast pace, slow pace? Like how is it?
It really depends on like the song. Really depends on the moment. Cause I could think a song is finished and then I'll look at it the next day and I'll change everything about it. Like some songs have like 6 different versions to them where they're all 6 different songs, like all 6 different lyrics, 6 different hooks. Like, so it depends, you know what I mean? And then I just go with the one that I felt like fit the beat the most.
That's fire. That's fire. So you could take up to 3 months with a record if you need to. Like you sit on records. You're not scared to sit on a record if you have to.
Yeah, nah, because some songs end up finished more than that song.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I could be working on one song for 3 months and then this song took me 3 days.
So how did you get into making music and then when did you start and what's been your journey, man, from where you started to right now with this project? What's been the journey?
I got started rapping when I was in college because my homeboy was rapping. And I just thought it was so cool because I actually really liked the song that he made. So I was there. I asked him if I could come to his house while he was recording. And he told me, yeah. So I started watching him rap, and then he started showing me how to like record him, and then he started showing me how to record. And then I asked him if I could be on the mic, and then he started recording me. That's how that got me started. And then he always kind of like pushed me and molded me into, you know, doing more. You know, at first I couldn't sing, and now I got only singing songs. So
yeah, it's been like you evolved.
Right.
Bro, like I would like it's crazy because like a lot of times on this podcast what I be like just preaching is just, well, I hate to say preaching, but saying is like evolve. Don't be scared to evolve. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're not evolving, you're just you're falling off. You get what I'm saying? Because you can't stay one thing and think that one thing is gonna always be the same or always be the way it is. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what like. You just gotta have like a winning attitude, which is willing to change things. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the number one thing. Like I just feel like sometimes people miss that in their thinking and their philosophy, which is evolving and changing. You know?
Right.
So in Atlanta, you stayed up there, right? You stayed
for 2
out
years.
there. Yeah, and for 2 years, how did you have to evolve and change over there in Atlanta? Because I'm pretty sure it's not the same like the culture down here, bro.
No.
2 different cultures.
Yeah, 2 different types of people. Yeah. Adjusting to Atlanta was definitely you know, different in a sense of like, you know, getting to know the atmosphere, you know, relearning your environment, because it's not like you can just drive to like the same Publix that you always drive to. It's
You don't
not
got
like
no Publix in Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, they really
They got
don't.
Kroger's.
Yeah,
That's sick. They don't know what a pub sub is.
Nah, that's crazy. When I used to tell them like, "Yo, I'm in the mood for a pub sub," they'd be like, "What are you even talking about? Like, what are you referring to?" I was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
My God.
I was like, "I feel you,
Bro. They need to know what that's like.
They don't even know that like Georgia smells like trees. Like it doesn't smell like the beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's a little
right.
different. You know what I mean? Like they're like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yo, you guys smell that? Like it smells like
Woods.
trees."
Yeah.
Yeah, like. They're like, nah, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, wow, they can't even smell it. I'm like, poor
And
soul.
Georgia's so far, bro. Like, everything is so far in Georgia. I remember one time my uncle called me. We was driving up to Georgia. I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm like 30 minutes away. In Florida, you know that's like forever. Somebody like, bro, hurry up. In
Yeah.
Georgia, call my uncle. I'm like, I'm 30 minutes away thinking he finna flip. He's been like, oh, you up the street.
Yeah.
Up the street. Yo, you wildin'. So, it's like, it's just solely different, but my fault to cut you off. But yeah, how was it up there as musically?
Musically was good. It was definitely challenging. I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot going on. It's very busy. There's a lot of studios. There's a lot of managers. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of shows going on. Like there's a lot of live music going on. So, like music wise, Atlanta was great. Honestly, forced me to like level up. Like I didn't know how to make beats before I went to Atlanta. I learned how to make beats when I was in Atlanta.
You had to end up making your own beats for yourself up there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's where I ended up. I really just ended up in a room by myself, and I was just like doing it. Then I had a great mentor, and he was helping me, like teaching me how to really do things.
Yeah.
And then figured out how to get new sounds, and it started experimenting, and that's what comes back to Before the Radical tape, because I really experimented throughout the whole thing, like switched up a bunch of different flows, used a bunch of different voices. You know, I tapped into whole different like sides of
that
me.
Kamikaze stupid. That Kamikaze stupid crazy. Kamikaze, if y'all man, when y'all go check out the tape, go tap in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna love Kamikaze on there. That's one of my favorite records. That's the last joint. And then what was joint number 5 again?
World Is Mine.
The World Is Mine. That's also my favorite joint, man. Oh my God, those two are saved on my playlist. Then we also got a couple more of them. Giotto, what do you think is your favorite songs on the playlist?
One of my favorite songs, no particular order. Not saying this one's better than the other one, but I really like Walk on the Bank.
Yeah.
I really like Put a Fire in Me. And I really like World Is Mine. And Kamikaze as well, honestly. I really enjoyed making the whole thing. I really had a bunch of fun. It was a great recorded process.
Do you think it's your best project you put together?
Well, it's my newest project, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the one you dropped before this that was self-titled?
My self-titled
How does now stepping away from that?
Yeah.
And it's been how long since you dropped that? Maybe 5 months?
7 months?
Yeah. Dang, that's
Because it dropped in July.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, no, that'll be 6. Yeah, 5 months. 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, because when
Oh,
December
7. Yeah.
But
Okay, yeah.
Being 5 months removed, like, how does that album now sit with you, or that project sit with you, man?
Sheesh. Now thinking about it, you know, like, because that album took me a long time to make. Like, the songs are from, like, all different eras. That's why, like Giotto Tr, that album meant a lot. Like, it means a lot to me, you know what I mean? Because it's very, like, it's named after me, because, like, these are all the different phases of everything I went through. Like, every different major pillar that made Giotto Tr is on that tape.
Yeah.
All the different eras, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of different eras on that tape. Some songs don't even sound like the other songs, but they were like pinnacle moments that really like shaped me. You know what I mean? Like shaped me into the person that I am today, and how I came to the name Giotto Tr. So I was like, you know what, this one's got to be Giotto Tr, because it really means
Reflects
that.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like me like talking to the mirror almost.
And you said that project took you 3 years to make?
There's songs on there that's 5 years old.
Okay, so it's not necessarily it took you 3 years to make or 5 years to make. It's just that, man, it took, like, you just pick things that sound and reflect on who you are over time.
That
Did you drop a project before this?
Before Giotto Tr?
Yeah, before
No.
Giotto Tr. Okay, so that was literally your first project.
Right.
So yeah, it's worth everything being on there though. Some old songs, like, because
Right.
you got to think about it, bro. That's your lead up. That's what, like, you feel me? You got people who know you and fan base who listen to you from different times.
Right.
If I listen to you from 5 years ago, I'm a day one. I'm like, oh, this sound like that old Giotto. You
Right.
may not think of it as that old Giotto, but like, still though, you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's some things that I feel like as artists and as people we have to think about too, like from the fan base standpoint too, from like the consumer standpoint. Like, what would I like to hear as a consumer? Because if I'm always just focused on new now, right now, then it's like you miss out on some of those great moments and some of those, like, as an artist, bad vibe that you was getting, that you made some great music in. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, bro, you go through a slump in music sometimes, but when you can go back to your old records, I think that kind of inspires you to make the new records.
Right.
What's one of your favorite records you ever made?
My favorite records I ever made definitely got to be, honestly, this new one that I made a couple days ago, King Kula.
Mm.
Yeah, one of my newer songs for real, because I really tapped into a different bag when I was like making it. I think I showed you in the car. Actually. Yeah. That's my favorite song right now. It's actually an unreleased song.
Okay. Yeah. So with you making music, like, how far do you want to go with this, and then like how far do you want to go with this at the end of it, when it's all said and done? Giotto Tr, what is that? What do you want that to be?
The biggest goal, or the biggest plan, because it will happen, is to win a Grammy for sure. At least one. Definitely trying to get a Grammy, or Oscar is for actors, but I'm gonna win one of those too. I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna get an agent. I'm gonna get my agent to work on that.
You know?
Yeah, hell yeah. But what's it called? Thinking, what I want to stand for is like, positivity. You know what I'm saying? Like, being yourself. Like, if my music's not anything, like, whether people think it's good or bad, it's honest. You feel me? I've never lied on it. You know what I mean? I've never lied in it. You know what I'm saying? There's songs I'm the most heartbroken person. You know what I'm saying? And there's songs where I'm writing in a big tonka. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you go through
that's
your
life.
ups and downs, yeah. That's some real shit. You go through your ups and downs.
That's fucking life.
You go through your ups and downs sometimes in life.
Right.
Sometimes you're heartbroken. Next day you got $1 million in a Tonka truck.
Right.
That's just what it is. Shout out Yeet, man.
Shout out fucking Yeet.
Yeet. Come on, Strictly for Winners, man. We're gonna get you right, bro. But let me ask you this, Giotto. We give you get $100 million. What's the first thing you buy?
First thing I'm buying with $100 million?
$100 million.
My mom a house or an island.
That's real.
Yeah. Definitely taking care of mom dudes off the rip for sure.
Yeah.
That's out the way, I don't want nobody to like kidnap her or anything crazy.
Yeah.
You see Lionel Messi mom is still in the trenches.
Bro, crazy.
This
I seen
man
that
won the
on-
World Cup, his mom in the trenches.
Everybody outside his mom's house, I'm like, yo, what the heck? But they was outside his house too, though. I know you seen the other video, but his was in like a nice, very
right,
secluded
but
area.
he has security, and those security won't stay there. It looked like Lionel Messi mom's
Mom's
just like
by herself.
she just got a broomstick one morning and just, all right,
You feel me? That's the best she can do,
get the
man.
fuck out of here.
That's the best. So you do this shit for your family, bro. Trying to feed the fam.
Yeah, I do this shit for my last name, not my first name. You know what I mean?
What that mean?
It's like, like my last name ain't my last name. My last name is my little brother's last name. My last name is my mom's last name. My last name is my dad's last name.
Yeah.
My big brother's last name. I'm not doing this for my first name, which is myself. I'm doing this for my last name, which is my team.
Yeah. That's deep, boy.
Yeah.
Damn, that one got me.
Yeah. Do this shit for my last name, not my first name.
That goes like when the coaches was saying play for the jersey, the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, that's crazy.
Because like everybody last name in that situation is different, but niggas
Yeah.
gonna ball for themselves. But like you gotta do it for the team,
Right.
and that's a real good concept, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you get lost in this, especially as an artist.
Yeah.
Everything is you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like how you stay humble? Cause like I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. I be trying to stay humble.
Shout out Mahal. Shout out Wally. Shout out the funniest. Shout out the biggest. Because he was just talking to me about this. I was just talking on the phone with Mahal.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, he's like, bro, you got to remain humble, bro. Like, you know you're going to be one of the GOATs, but you ain't got to walk around and act like it. You feel me? Like, what makes you the GOAT is that you almost don't even know you the GOAT. You feel me? Most animals don't even know that what animal they are. They just know eat and fuck.
Yeah.
Like, gee.
Like a lion don't know he a lion, but he know how to rock his lion instinct. You feel me?
Right. Lions probably don't be like, oh, I'm a lion. You know what I mean? Do you wake up in the morning and say, I'm a human? Nah, so it's like, why do you wake up and be like, oh, I'm the GOAT? You feel me?
That's true.
Like what little baby say, I don't call myself the GOAT. I leave that up to the people.
You know? So you just got to do the work.
Right. Don't pat yourself on the back is one way I'm staying humble and staying around the right people who give me honest reviews and opinions on my music and not just like, oh yeah, this was fire.
This shit fire. Like those are the yes men are not needed, bro. If you got a yes man around you, get rid of your yes man. Because yes man ain't gonna do nothing but mess it up. You get what I'm saying? Because all a yes man gonna do is just, Giotto, I think everything was fire, bro. I don't know why they don't sing right now, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, he just dick riding. And it's like, nobody needs a dick rider. You need somebody that's gonna be like, Giotto, that shit was great, bro. But execution, we gotta execute better on this, and this. Or not even execute better. Where are we lacking execution at? Where are we lacking planning at? Where are we lacking fail? Like, where are we messing up? Because obviously, we doing something that's great, but it could be better.
Right.
A yes man ain't gonna tell you how to be better. A yes man just gonna make where you at and where you are the best thing ever. You feel me?
Yeah. No room to improve.
Exactly, and that's scary as hell. Because if you're not improving, what we was just talking about, evolving.
Right.
That's why I say like evolution is so important. Somebody thirsty. But yeah, evolution is very important, man. You got to just make sure that you always doing that. And I commend you, bro, because you just work so hard, and I hear it in the project. Because this one, even though it's like, you know, not as long as the last tape, lengthwise, it's still evolution. It still showed new phases of Giotto. And bro, you so young in your career. We both so young in our careers that we should be able to evolve and not be judged or ridiculed because, like, you got to think about it. That's just what come with life. You're not gonna stay the same. If you stay the same, you lost. Everybody who stay the same, they're a loser. And not loser in the sense of loser, haha, but in the sense of like you're not playing to win the game. Yeah. Of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's really what I'm on, bro. That's really what it just I want people to understand, and that's why I love having guests like you on the podcast, coming over here just showing people that, because people don't believe it's real. They think it's some type of, shall I say, some type of like difference between them and the person that is successful, or the person that tries, or the person that go out and does it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Giotto, I want to also tell you,
what's up?
What the fuck is up with those glasses?
I'm just fried.
All right. So on that note, you gonna end the podcast. Anything you want to say to the people?
Go stream Before the Radical tape. Believe in yourself. Never quit. You could do it too. And just because you're down doesn't mean you got to stay down.
And tell them where they can find you at, man.
You can find me on the gram. You can find me on Twitter. It's all the same handle. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Apple Music. It's Giotto Tr. That's GIOTTOTR.
Yeah, and you know, man, you can find the podcast on Instagram at PlayForKeeps LLC. We might change the name of that. And then we're also, you can find me on Instagram is boy named Courtney. And then you can follow me on Twitter at boy named Courtney. You already know what it is. I appreciate you. It's episode 6. Yeah, because Loving You are number 5. Wow. Time goes by fast, man. Same. You know, appreciate this guy for coming on. Listen to Before the Radical. We out. Nah, I appreciate it.
But they ain't good enough. Not a dollar to my name, I'll never have enough. You think I never felt the pain? Boy, I had it rough. Had to kick some out my space cause they was taking up.